This morning, our Danske Bank Export First programme has brought us to Craigavon to hear the export story of Almac, one of Northern Ireland's biggest exporters, who have a fabulous 50-year history. It's great to be here this morning for that real kind of interaction with the company to understand from not only the journey but what you need to understand in terms of legals, logistics, everything that a company really needs to know. And it'll be a really interactive session with the delegates this morning to really get under the skin of what their companies are at and how they can apply the learnings from today.
Well, first of all, we're going to talk a little bit about the background to Almac, the history of our organisation, and then focus on more recent developments and our plan for exporting, what we've learned, and try and give some insights to the audience. Well, Almac was born 50 years ago and was born from Sir Alan McClay, our founder, and we've grown from a small number of staff to 5,000 staff. We've got 17 locations across the globe, and we now export to 80 or 90 different countries with 60 hubs for that distribution network. Well, what Almac does is it supports companies in the drug development process from the very start of the process, which is mathematicians and chemists developing drugs that might cure mostly oncology, right through to the distribution of those drugs to the clinical trial process right across the globe. It's hugely important to events like this. We can share knowledge, we can share experiences, and it can be beneficial to all the organisations here and help expand our exports. Almac has recently announced the second phase development of a facility in Dundalk. That will give us a long-term presence within the European Union post-Brexit. That is our approach to deliver for clients that certainty.
We're delighted to be here this morning with the Almac Group for our next Export First event. Almac are a leading manufacturer, a leading employer, and importantly a leading exporter for the Northern Ireland economy. In terms of external sales from Northern Ireland in 2017, export to the rest of the world accounted for 8.6 billion in sales, 1.4 billion of which was in the pharma sector.
It's very beneficial, I find, to go and see how other companies are approaching export and learn from their experiences, learn from their mistakes as such, and their wins also. And I think the Chamber, along with their partners, Danske Bank and so on, are very helpful in terms of encouraging export along with Invest NI. And I find it, and we find it at Linwood's, very beneficial